It's like, that's the best line I could have ever heard from the two. Although, sequel ruined that.
Yeah.
But, I do love that, and I kind of wish the sequel, like, the first 5 minutes of the sequel didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean...
Because they fucking shit on that moment so hard, so quickly. A lot of movies
It's
do
a nice moment they have. We'll get to it next week, but, Adrian climbs the ring with the help of Paulie.
Yep.
I do like that last minute thing of, like...
he basically
he's blocking the cops and the paparazzi, and
he fucking redeems himself a bit by being like, alright, we're good here.
By just one lift of the rope, she climbs in.
Yep.
Yo, Adrian!
And by the way, the line that everyone says, yo, Adrian, we did it, never said.
He never says it in any of them, right?
No, he never. He does say "Yo, Adrian," but he says "Yo, he says "Yo" to everybody." But "Yo, Adrian, we did it." Never happened. He basically says "Adrian, Adrian, Adrian," and then when he finally feels her, he literally just says "We did it." He never says "Yo, Adrian, we did it."
Yeah. And then I love you, I love you,
I love you,
and then the whole freeze frame, and I like again this is what this is about. That he went the distance, and now they've proclaimed their love for one another. It's not that he won, because that's in the background. That's still champion Apollo Creed. That's fainted under the fucking crowd.
No one cares.
The horns of the fanfare of the end of the film. Like that's literally beside the point. The point is that he went 15 with the champ.
Yep.
That he now has this woman that he's been pining after, and they love each other. So, and I like that it's ultimately a love story.
I mean, like, to say this movie is a boxing movie is incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, it's a movie that's surrounded by boxing.
Yeah. Like,
this
is the way I always look at the original Alien. You can call it a sci-fi movie all you want. That's a horror movie. It just happens to take place in space.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at this, where, it's kind of a boxing movie, but really, there's only 2 boxing matches in it. And if you want to get technical, it's not really... It literally starts and ends with boxing. That's it. The rest of it's not about boxing at all. It's just about a guy and his life. And I used that to get one of my exes to watch it, who was just like, I don't like boxing, I don't like sports, this is bullshit, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not about that. I guarantee you, if you will watch this, you will enjoy it. And by the end of it, I'm fairly certain I saw her wiping a tear. Yeah. So, again, it's not... Like, to say it's a sports movie is inaccurate. Even though it's got a lot of tropes that everybody copied for sports movies later on, this is more of a drama than anything else. Yeah. Like, the sport is just their catalyst.
The reason why it won Best Picture at the Oscars. It's the reason why the director won Best Director at the Oscars. I'm surprised he didn't get anything for the screenplay. I'm surprised he didn't get anything for acting.
I am shocked about the screenplay thing. I am as well.
But,
the acting, I'm not surprised because of who he was up against.
But, we're going to spend this month delving into this series and how it does unfortunately have diminishing returns.
It really does.
But you forget how good a movie Rocky is.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
Because no one remembers Rocky.
No.
You remember Rocky 4. You remember Rocky 3.
Yeah.
You remember Rocky 2. You even remember Rocky 5. But rarely does anyone go back to Rocky.
No one really talks about it because it's not... To say it's not memorable is a lie, but it's not quotable. I mean, it is, but not like this. Yeah. Because the movies do get ridiculous as times go on.
Over the top.
Like, the 4th one is insane. And we'll get to there in a few weeks. But this movie is grounded as fuck. It's real.
It's simple.
It moves quickly. It has a point to it, and it gets to it, and it is a feel-good movie that by the end of it, if you don't have a good feeling, then you're a robot.
Yeah.
The rest of them, I can't really say the same thing, because, as much as I enjoy the rest of them, they're all pretty ridiculous.
In their own individual way.
Even by the sequel, like, even the next movie gets ridiculous. Like, it does get a little weird. But this movie is just ridiculously solid. And it's like you said, you forget how damn good this movie is. Like, once, because nobody, again, you don't watch these movies all the time. You can't, because it would really defeat the purpose. But when you finally do go back and rewatch it, you're just like, oh my god, I forgot how goddamn good this movie is. And that was literally me watching it yesterday. I was just like, holy shit, this movie is good.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen it in a long time, which is weird, because I've owned it forever, but I haven't sat and watched it in a while. And damn, is it good.
So we're going to get to our ratings and our MVPs. I mean, I'm gonna go with the obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Rocky.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Stallone.
Okay.
Again, this speaks not only for this character in the series that we're going to be talking about, but kind of his career.
Yes.
Like Sylvester Stallone's career, where he has chops.
Mm-hmm.
He just rarely got to show them.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll get it here. You'll get it in like First Blood.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get it maybe in something like Copland. But overall, you get the whole big Macho Man movies, you know, your Cobras, your Cliffhangers, you're like, he's just got a fucking shirt off and he's fucking, you get that guy.
Yeah.
And, because now if you go, well, he's a really good actor, most people will go, fucking, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, yeah, go watch Rocky. He's great.
Because you forget movies like Rocky, where he's not, like, he's not that guy. No. He's simple. He gets upset once. I'll fight the fight. You get that once.
Yeah, and it was still good. Like, that was a phenomenal speech.
You get that once, but most of he's more of like a downed character because he's he's the guy he feels like he's kind of a bum.
Yeah, he's got he's got his emotions in check and it works. However, I am going to go a different route. I'm giving it to Burt Young.
I am giving it to Paulie. That's easy to make that argument as well.
Because this dude...
Because he's the most complicated character.
He really is.
Character in the whole film.
He goes from, in the blink of an eye, in that one horrid scene, where he goes from hammered to completely angry as fuck to down and depressed. Yeah. And if you've ever been that drunk, that happens.
Where in the span of 5 minutes, you hate this piece of crap, too. You kind of feel bad for him.
I've done that. I've been that fucking really, really, really fucked up drunk. And had a fight with the woman I'm with. I didn't pick up a fucking baseball bat or anything like that. I'm not a crazy person, but it was like screaming match of like fucking this, that, and the other thing. But by the end of it, I'm just falling down and going, I don't know why I'm angry, and I'm just mad at myself, and I become pathetic.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. And he captured it so fucking well. And that's just one scene.
Yeah.
Like, there's everything else he doesn't, like, the constant, badgering Rocky to try and make money, to the fact that Paulie, if you look, is arthritic.
Yeah.
His hands don't really work. That was a choice Burt played. He's just like, he doesn't have fucking arthritis or anything like that. He just like, I felt like that was what this character would have. And he pulls it off well. So I gotta give it to him.
And as far as rating goes, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, this is I'm not...
A 10 out of 10 for like beef punching or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
10 fucking cuff and links. Right? It's just no...
it's easy.
Yeah, it's 10. Come on.
It's an easy 10. This is one of the best. If you want to put it in that category of sports movies, it's one of the best.
Yeah.
But it's one of the best movies.
Yeah, it's
that you could see.
Yeah, like you can literally call this like this is one of the greatest films you will ever see.
Yeah, there's a reason why it won Best Picture at the Oscars. Now that I know that doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people, but
it meant more in the 70s.
Yeah, so like the fact that this guy who really didn't have much acting under his belt and wrote this script, and sure, the whole I wrote it in 3 days, but really, it took a bunch of rewrites. But the fact that this guy who really didn't know shit about shit wrote this almost perfect little drama film that has
works
heart
on every level
and punch and drama, and just it works on multiple conceivable levels. Where it's a tad comedic, but then it's a tad serious, and it
plays them almost next to each other.
And he loses.
Yeah,
at the end, ultimately he loses, but I like how we're just like, that doesn't matter that he lost. Because ultimately, did he lose?
Yeah, and I mean,
he lost the fight.
There's literally...
But he didn't lose because in his mind, he won, because he won 15 with the champ, and he has the woman of his dreams, or whatever.
And it's like, it harkens back to another movie that eventually one day, hopefully we'll get to talk to, Bad News Bears. Same thing. Where they didn't win, but...
That's not the point.
That isn't the point. They hung in there. They got to that point, and that's literally the same thing here, and it's great. Yeah.
So we move to June. We will be moving to June 15th, 1979 for Rocky 2. It's not going to be as good as this one, obviously.
It's not.
And
again, diminishing returns.
We're trying to really preface this whole thing by saying, listen, this is going to delve into more ridiculous territory as the weeks go on.
We peaked, all right? Like, this is the best they're going to do, and much like every sequel, it is diminishing returns. However, this series does take a... Yeah, it fluctuates. Like,
peaks and valleys.
Yeah, like, I'll say, for instance, like, 3 is better than 2.
Yeah.
But then we just take a fucking hard nosedive. Yeah.
So this is going to be a very interesting month going forward.
Definitely.
So again, this episode will be going out on New Year's. Mm-hmm. So Happy New Year's, everybody.
Yes. It is 2019 again. Yay.
So it will be 2019. Again?
Again?
It was
it's
before?
2019. Well, it is now.
It is now.
It is now. It's 2019 now.
It'll be 2019 when you hear this.
Shut up.
I know.
We went back to the 70s. It is 2019 when we're recording this. Everything is real. Shut the fuck up.
Kayfabe. So for next week,
yes,
we'll see you with Rocky 2.
Mm-hmm.
You were Steve.
You were Justin.
And we're way back and gone.
You, Adrian.